And another favorite story. Hey, technically this is my least favorite arc. So our main character is Balor Shiramiya. He's the main character. And it's his first time in 6 years that he's seen his giant family reunion thing. Every year they gotta go to an island and meet up. But it's really more like a business meeting because his family's rich. But for a while, he had left his family register because he didn't like his dad because he's a cheater. And he'd taken off his last name and changed it to his maternal grandparents. So he meets up with all of his family members. There's a lot of people to introduce because it's a huge cast, so I'm not going to do that. But the number of servants and people in his family on this island is 18. Keep in mind. So everything seems hunky-dory at the family with first. Particularly with Balor and his cousins, they get along pretty well. As we learn more about his family, we learn about how the adults are incredibly toxic, they're all in debt, and they really need money now. And they fight, they all hate each other and want to bring each other down. To me, that's the least interesting thing about the story because I don't like it when people have to fight and argue. I don't like that type of drama. Anyway, we also learned that the grandpa is really into this witch lady named Beatrice, and he got rich because somewhere during a war, this takes place in 1986, okay? He had met a beautiful woman named Beatrice. It's the Italian version. I might get it wrong every time though. She gave him 10 tons of gold, which is confirmed to be real. But he says that she was a witch. The people who believe this or go along with it are the servants and the youngest cousin, Maria, who is one of my favorites, and yes, I kin her. And I deeply relate to her, and everybody who knows what that means, well, you know. By the way, Umineko deals with a lot of toxic things. Obviously, there's a lot of unhealthy relationships in Umineko, and it is a very dark story. But then again, Higurashi also deals with the same thing, so you can guess where my interests lay. Anyway, mysterious things going on the island, and a storm is about to brew in. And a witch is like, hey, I'm taking back the family inheritance, I'm gonna take back the gold, and anything else that came with it. You know, additional interest and all that stuff. Oh, not to mention there's a creepy plaque. The epitaph has a lot of unaliving phrases on it. And a whole lot of Agatha Christie stuff happens on the island, and there's a storm so they can't leave. And no, it's not just about that. I know some people are like, isn't Umineko ripping off of that? There is a point to this. How a lot of things happen, the whole island is unalived. And there's a tea party where a couple of people were revived by the witch. And they're like, aw man, I guess the witch is real after all. Balor's like, no, I just need to think. Beatrice shows up for real. And then they challenge each other. That's the basis of the story, folks. It's more than just mystery. And I'd say Umineko, it's easy to guess who did it.